EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live first-round coverage of the Boston Championship. Always nice to be in New England at this time of year at the TPC Boston in Massachusetts. We're about 25 miles south of Beantown. This is a really good-looking golf course, Frank.
It is. It looks much older than what it is. It was first established just at the start of the new millennium, originally designed by Arnold Palmer. But it got that older look from Gil Hanse and Brad Faxon. But also, too, you know, if you're racking up a few points out there, or score, should I say, remember Gillette Stadium, home of the Patriots, just down the road.
Let's take you down to the 7th hole. Has not been a stellar performance to this point, but Frank, not too bad.
When you consider 4-round events, Rich, you're going to have a period where there's a little lull. As long as you can minimise the damage over the course of 4 days, it turns out all right. That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
It can't be that good.
Good-looking shot right here. We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green in regulation all day long. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Frank, this is a good position to be in for a player. Making birdies, making some moves.
Yeah, starting to get the momentum, too, for the finish.
Hole number 8 now, 213 yards in length, a par 3. And Frank, what can we expect?
Really narrow at the front of this green. A lot of mounding. Ball normally kicks towards the left. One place you don't want to go, though, is that left bunker. The bunker shot's all downhill from there.
Good strike right there, right off the center of the face and about 20 feet away. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Knows it is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. The young star makes his birdie. Real golfers, by the way, do not eat tuna sandwiches at the turn. They eat a hot dog, right?
Well, yeah, but if you make a mess of 9, then you're making hamburgers.
Wait, this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
This is how the game is supposed to be played. This has been just outstanding. Beautiful to watch. Frank, here at the 9th, what are most players trying to do?
Well, you really have to be aware of that bunker. That's about 25 yards short of the green. If you finish up there, that's one of the hardest shots in golf, the long bunker shot. So you've got to carry that, even if you want to run the ball onto this green.
Great effort right there, and a great chance to knock in that short putt. Not a gimme, but well within his range. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back 9.
Well, it's going to take a good one here, considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. So a tester from 4 feet.
That's a good par given the situation.
Still tight, still close. Moving on to the 11th here, Frank, and this par 3 has to be the toughest here at TPC Boston. 231 yards. How do you handle this one?
Well, it plays a little uphill, so this hole really does suit the high ball flyers. There's a big ridge in the middle of the green, so when that flag's on the back, you've got to hit your best shot. Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Gives up a shot and moves down to second place.
Bounce back time.
There you have it, Frank. The first round is a wrap. We saw some good golf out there.
It was certainly a fun round to watch. There's a lot of great players in this field, and this is such an exciting venue. I just can't wait to see what happens the rest of the championship.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Boston Championship. Beautiful day here at the TPC Boston in Norton, Massachusetts. This is the site of the Deutsche Bank Championship, part of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Rich Slaughter alongside Frank Nobilo.
And a fun golf course in front of us today, too. Really carved out of this wonderful New England landscape. 92 bunkers adorn the golf course. And, well, we are in New England, so you'd expect a little bit of weather. We might get a little bit of rain, maybe a little bit of wind. But golf course built and certainly plays well in any condition.
Good contact, good result. Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time that one gets him in the top 10.
Frank, like all TPC golf courses, TPC Boston has the fan in mind. So you see those mounds throughout the golf course that gives people a chance to just sit, relax, and watch some golf. And there's a nice shady spot on the hill behind the 11.
Yeah, that's just before the 12th tee, and you really do get a look at the tee shots coming in at 11, as well as the little undulations and contours on that massive green.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Ooh, good effort right there. Almost made it. Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. Frank, the 12th looks to be a pretty straightforward par 4.
Just bends to the left. There's a big sort of crop of mounds on that right side. If you can just go a little left of those, you get a nice kick forward. What a great shot.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
That one is gone. OB. Now this will be counted as the 4th shot after going OB on that previous shot. He'll take that one all day long. Very solid, about 15 feet away. Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Oh my gosh, that hurts. Yeah, that really hurts, Frank. Missing the bogey putt.
Yeah, now time to get the handkerchief. Double bogey coming up.
Ouch, that hurts. Double bogey. Back-to-back par 4s here at TPC Boston. Set to tee off, Frank, at the 13th.
Nice big tee shot here. Once again, suits the long hitters. There's a little bit of a quarry that you've got to carry across.
Players still fighting the strong winds out there today. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Vijay Singh, Charlie Hoffman, and Big Henrik Stenson. They all have one thing in common. They all tie for the low tournament score at TPC Boston, 22 under.
And they're all good. Yeah, this is a golf course that obviously gives in to the longer hitters. And if there's just a little bit of sting taken out of the greens, then these long hitters have a huge advantage. Should be safely on deck.
That is a really good shot landing close to the flagstick. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Starting to move now, Frank, on this leaderboard.
Certainly going all in the positive direction. He's in the middle of the pack, now top 15.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Boston Championship. Well, Frank, just a great day to be in New England. You can see the leaves are changing colors. Autumn in this part of the country is really nice. All right, Frank, we're teed up at the 15th, and a lot to talk about with your caddy on this tee shot.
Yeah, which club, which line, series of bunkers down the left. That one short right doesn't really come into play. Another one, really, fairway first.
Couldn't ask for too much better here. Second shot, good look at the green. On the 15th green in regulation, but not yet in the hole. This is about a 30-footer, and he'll look at it from a couple of different angles just to try to get a feel for it. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week, just a few too many pars. Frank, fishing is a nice sport, just not at this hole.
Yeah, a little left here, you'll be more than fishing, that's for sure. Now, there's a little mound on the right side. It's about twice the size of a coffee table. When the flag's there, you need your best.
should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Starting to make a nice move. Birdie and 4 under par for the tournament. Frank, the 17th here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
And players nursing a lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway into 2 sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it?
That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. See if he can get something going here. 2 straight birdies. Well, the time is now to start making birdies, and there we go. 1 on the board, and suddenly inside the top 20.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of in that, but really, you've got to be aggressive from here on in.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it. Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. It looked doomed for that. Really. This is an awkward length. Good read, good line. Well played.
Final round coverage comes your way tomorrow for our entire crew. I'm Rich Lerner saying thanks for being with us on EA Sports, and so long for now. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Boston Championship. Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Always two components to the long lag putt. The speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part.
Whoa, that was unexplainable. Thought that was easily going to be a par.
I'll have to focus. Try to make bogey. So after all that, it's a bogey. Frank, I don't think they've come up yet with an EA Sports bass fishing challenge, and this wouldn't be the time to do it, would it? 16th hole.
We might see a few people fishing for their golf ball, though. Big mound in the middle of this green. You don't have to go directly at the flag when it's on the left. You can use that mound to kick the ball around.
See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Settles in over the putt.
Richard's been a very good workmanlike performance. Yet another birdie.
Into the top 15 on the leaderboard. Just 2 holes left to play here at TPC Boston. Frank, we're on to the 17th, and what can you tell me about this 412-yard par 4?
It looks like a dogleg left, but you don't play it. It's gone for a little extra.
It's just burning rubber right here. I mean, this one is taken off like a missile.
Just destroyed it. He's going to try and rip the cover off it.
Those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You've got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Birdie try again here today. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Good putt. On to the 18th and a big par 5 to finish out the round.
Yeah, fun way. Let's see, course record 61. What can you do here?
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here in the final hole. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Couldn't have done much better than that. An eagle is very possible. So a tester from 4 feet. Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. Frank, it was a great setting with great crowds. We saw plenty of very good golf. Your thoughts?
I think the course really extracted some of the golf that we saw. It forced these players to play just some great golf. And it wasn't just like a pitch and a putt golf course. So I think seeing the guys tested, so seeing the players tested at this level, it was a treat.
This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. What really sets Quail Hollow apart here at the Wells Fargo Championship, the brutal finishing stretch. They call it the Green Mile, and we are excited to bring you all of the tournament action. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novelo. Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Now set for the second shot here at the par 5 7th hole. This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation, locked in on the read and the speed. You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. Frank, in modern professional golf, we're seeing more and more drivable par 4s, like the 8th here at Quail Hollow, 350 yards.
He goes after it like he is here.
Kidding me? Come on, you can't hit a ball that hard.
That is crushing it beyond all crushing. Huge with a capital H.
Moved it a long ways. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie. Chance for back-to-back.
They're very impressive and on the move right now. Frank, this is a really good way to finish out the front side here at Quail Hollow. 495-yard par 4.
Yeah, it's the longest par 4 at Quail Hollow. Some say it might be the toughest. I'm not quite in that camp. And the reason why, that green slopes in from both sides, the left and the right. But you can see why good drivers have done well here, because there's a big reward for thumping a big, long, straight drive down here.
He has put himself in an excellent position with a beautiful tee shot. And now a good look at the green. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie.
It's no snack, though. One more birdie, and now tied for the lead.
Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back nine, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way. I'm loving that balance.
Well, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
This for birdie. Starting to play some good golf. With that birdie, moves to 4 under for the tournament. Back here at the par 4 11th at Quail Hollow, set to tee off. What's the right game plan here, Frank?
Oh, there's two, really. That left bunker off the tee, it's about 265 yards to get it on the fairway, or 308 yards, 310 yards run out there. I've seen players just try and carry the bunker, sort of set up a short iron, and I've seen players like Rory McIlroy just try and blast a driver with a hook on it. Both strategies have worked.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, Rory McIlroy had his coming out party on the PGA Tour right here at Quail Hollow. That was in 2010. You remember that final round 62?
We certainly do, Rich. That great finish to post 62. Personally, I thought that was the best round shot in 2010. And not just because it was his first win, but it showed you what he was capable of. And then obviously we've got to see that ever since.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Hit it. Hard-fought par right there.
Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round one.
Good place to be. This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Welcome to the home of the Wells Fargo Championship, where the likes of Rory McIlroy, Ricky Fowler, and long-hitting J.B. Holmes have all won. It was first opened for play in 1961. It has really grown over the years and is now played by the best in the world. Rich Loader alongside Frank Nobilo of EA Sports. Let's jump down to the golf course. This is when the game is fun, Frank, when you get one high in the air and you have a down breeze and you just watch it. Stays in the air forever.
Yeah, the hang time on that.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. So looking at the leaderboard, there is one name that really jumps out, and it's Rory McIlroy. He is now only 2 shots behind the leader. Frank, I love a drivable par 4. In the modern power game, it really adds an element of excitement. And here we go at the 350-yard par 4-8.
Well, you're definitely going to love this one then, Rich, because it ticks all the boxes here. There's no water in play, just a few bunkers down the left and the one that protects the right side of the green. And you've got a really narrow green, so plenty of reward with minimal risk.
Drivable par 4. Not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today?
You'd like that one again.
Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Has his par. Well, Frank, what do you think of the 9th hole here at Quail Hollow?
Oh, I think it's a beauty, Rich. One of those long, nice drawing tee shots. 500 yards is a par 4. You have to hit a good drive down there. The fairway doesn't camber that much. The hole does dogleg to the left. Big advantage for a big tee shot here.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, mistake-free golf. You hope you can keep it together. Possibility of a very special round here.
Yeah, the only real thing to worry about is not to get too far ahead of yourself. At the moment, the swing looks tremendous. And just keep the round ticking over, one hole at a time. I know it sounds like a cliche, but right now, he's exactly where he wants to be.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think, you just ride a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Just a couple of feet. Not a problem from there, right in the middle. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, back at Quail Hollow, getting set to kick off the backside. And the 10th is a good par 5, Frank.
It certainly is. Hole bends a little to the left. There's the bunkering down that left side that you've got to keep slightly right of. Second shot plays ever so slightly downhill to a rather narrow green. And if anything, you want to favour that left side.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Frank, what's the right play here on the 10th?
Favour the left side. Everything will slope towards the right. Just be careful that grass bunker, sort of front right. The ball will sort of come a long way down to the front edge of the green.
Oh, it looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
That's one of the more depressing sights in golf. You hit a good one, and then it just sucks back too much spin off the green. Oh, dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot. Setting up to start the back nine here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front nine, Frank Hill will be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Good swing, good shot yet again. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Settles in over the putt. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament.
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament. EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Navalo set to call all the action here at the Wells Fargo Championship. We are at Quail Hollow, and Frank, it is really one of the best courses on tour.
It is a great state of North Carolina where Donna Ross developed so many great courses. They're the sort of courses that we're used to seeing. But this is a relatively new golf course. First opened up in 1961, but it certainly fits in with the North Carolina landscape. Mature trees, holes well cut out, beautiful greens, and interesting finish.
How do you like that finishing stretch? They call it the Green Mile.
Some might think it's purgatory, but I think it's the perfect touch to a great golf course.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. Just 5 feet left.
Even par currently.
Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, it still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
Here we are now at the 12th, and Frank, this is a beautiful but dangerous hole, par 4.
It is in a number of ways. The hole bends gently to the right, which you'd think would favor a nice little fade, but the fairway just seems to shrink up. I've seen this fairway missed by so many good players. And plus its yardage, 450 odd. You can't really lay back too far, otherwise you've got too long for your second shot.
Beautiful rhythmic swing right there, and right down Peachtree. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Early part of his back nine and a good approach shot. And now we'll have this for birdie. Locked in on the read and the speed. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
That is a solid par putt. Here we are at the par 3, 13th hole. It's 210 yards. What does it take here, Frank?
It's one actually where you'd rather be conservative than aggressive here. And the reason why is this green tends to roll off at the back and the front and the middle there. So it's just something that pitches more in the central part of the green is really what's required.
That will be a great look at birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good putt. Now we come to the really interesting 345-yard par 4 14th. Frank, I'm thinking that if you're leading, you're probably not going to try to drive this and take on the risk with the water on the left. But if you're behind, you have a chance to make up some ground.
Yeah, I have it written in my yardage book, Rich, on this hole. Only good and bad things happen with the driver. Nothing in between.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Has it. Good putt right there. Now at the par 5, 15th hole, 577 yards. Frank, you remember what Rory McIlroy did here in 2010?
He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
Frank, I think that's going to the bunker.
Looks like it.
Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. He'll need to be strong with this. Yes, he's holed it, Frank.
Unbelievable. From that distance.
Frank, that front page of the leaderboard has been looking good all week.
You're exactly right, Rich. I think our winner is certainly going to come from that list right now. I'm excited for tomorrow's final round.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Thanks for joining us here today in Charlotte, North Carolina for the final round of the Wells Fargo Championship. Frank, what do we have out here today?
Well, if history has a chance of repeating itself, remember those great closing rounds by Rory McIlroy, that 62, that was one of the best rounds ever shot that year back in 2010. And, of course, that playoff, too, Ricky Fowler back in 2012, who actually beat out then world number one Rory McIlroy with that stunning drive down the finishing hole and brilliant wedge to a tight flag. This golf course, it can give it, it can take it away, but for us, from where we're sitting, Rich, we'll enjoy the view today.
No doubt about it. And so the approach shot finishes up some 25 feet from the hole.
Well, not his best, but certainly not his worst.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. That ball's run out certainly over 300 yards, Frank. Call it about 310. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good looking shot right here. Not terrible, but not his best.
An outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot.
Looks like he just misread that. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That's how you maintain momentum. You make those putts for par. Par 4 12th here at Quail Hollow, 456 yards. Frank, break it down for us.
Well, there's no fairway bunkers either side, so you feel like there's nothing to work the ball off, and consequently it's very easy to sneak it in the rough on the left or the right, and then that makes that second shot so much more difficult going up the hill. This is one hole that you have to pick a line on. You really have to know the line off the tee. There's a nice big tree down there in the distance. That's the one you want to work it off. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Frank, we always say about Quail Hollow, you have to play with a clear head. You have to be thinking your way around this golf course. So what's the right thought process on this second shot?
Keep the ball in the right section. That front portion there, you can't afford to go long when the flag's there. Conversely, when the flag's in the back, you can't afford to be putting up and over that ridge. So you've got to be flying that ball all the way back there.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now to the par 3 13th hole. Frank, this one 210 yards.
Very, very good par 3. This is actually a big green. It's 37 yards deep, but it actually plays small. There's a front right portion, there's a roll-off area in the middle, and there's a roll-off area in the back. So don't be deceived by the size of this green. You better be pitching that tee shot right bang in the middle.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie.
Really. This is an awkward length.
Oh, I thought he had that. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
He's made it. Well, Frank, as we arrive at the par 4 14th, just 345 yards, our players no doubt are looking for a little advice from a guy who's been there. You've done it at the highest level. What's the right play here?
Rich, after all these years, I think it's like a modified tee shot. And what I'm going to say with that is like a strong 3-wood, something that pitches around 270 and kicks 30 or 40 yards, finishes up about 20 yards short of the green. I think that's the best call. You won't be able to get at all the flags, but I think you'll play the whole under par for the week.
When's the right time to pull out the big driver and have a go at this green?
I don't think there is, but maybe you at home should try.
So a good lag putt there, Frank.
Yeah, the whole idea of a lag putt, sometimes you build a 3 or a 4 foot circle and just try and get it inside that. Good putt.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Now as we arrive at the par 5 15th hole here at Quail Hollow, 577 yards, Frank, I think a player has to be thinking about doing what Rory McIlroy did in 2010.
It's the last of the holes that you can really be aggressive on, Rich. So a good drive down here. I'm well aware of the fact that there's water on the left. This is a good chance to make something happen before you play the green mile.
And that's what McIlroy did. Hit a tracer, got a 5-iron, knocked it in for eagle, shot 62, and won for the first time on the PGA Tour.
Well, this is straight at it.
That's a really good line. That is classy.
I have a chance of going in.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. At last, we have arrived at the start of one of the most daunting finishing stretches in all of golf. They call it the Green Mile, 16, 17, and 18 here at Quail Hollow. The 16th is a par 4, 508 yards, Frank.
And this hole was made even more difficult when they pushed that green further left to bring the water more in play with the second shot. I mean, it's a great par 4. It's strong in every single department.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Good roll. Solid. That's a par. Just 2 holes remaining here at Quail Hollow in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is the signature par 3, 221 yards, the 17th.
And they have a multitude of tees here. One of the new back tees is actually where the old 16th green was. And if you think don't go left is the way to play, then that won't work either, because right's not that much good. This is it. Stand on the tee, and you better hit a good shot.
So a tester from 4 feet. Continues to roll it very well all day long. Here we are, the 18th hole at Quail Hollow. Simply put, Frank, a player needs to hit maybe his best tee shot of the day.
I would agree with you, Rich. If you were to measure this hole from trees on the left to trees on the right, it's actually a really wide fairway or expansive land. But that creek that just meanders its way through the middle of this hole completely changes the nature of this hole. And consequently, you hit the nail on the head. If you don't hit a good tee shot, you will rack up something here. And I've got no idea how big it would be. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
It has all come down to this, a chance to win the Wells Fargo Championship.
That looked like it nearly got below the lip, the level of the lip there.
Can't believe that one, Frank. That was a complete horseshoe right there. Nudge this one home, finish it up. That's the idea. Just knock it in. Frank, year in, year out, the Wells Fargo Championship delivers the excitement and the great champions, and this year, well, didn't disappoint.
Joining the list of, the Ricky Fowlers, the Rory McIlroys, the J.B. Holmes, Sean O'Haire, Tiger Woods, Furyk, list goes on. These are the best players in the game. So adding your name to that list really is the hallmark of a very, very successful professional golfer.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Players.
When he goes after it like he is here,
Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
smoked it.
He'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Player knows they're on the move with that birdie. quick glance at the leaderboard, they can see, Frank, they're not out of it.
Things are very volatile right now.
Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8th, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers surrounding the green. What's the best approach?
You come out through that chute or that hallway of trees there, and this being the longest of the 4 par 3s of TPC Sawgrass, the green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that narrow entry.
That's well played, and now a good look at birdie.
Now it's that sneaky distance.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Nice par to remain at 2 under. Frank, the 9th is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there, then go to the right, then sort of wedge it on the green. But it's very tempting, especially in the right wind conditions. And that's if they're coming over your shoulder for a right-hander from right to left. Then this par 5 is very reachable.
Second from an excellent lie. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Starting to make the move, now to -3 with yet another birdie. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot, and now pretty good chance for birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Almost. Wow.
Now, just when you thought they might pick up one, now settle for a par. That's a good par there, Rich.
Now the time to be aggressive. Par 5, 558-yard, 11th hole, Frank. What's the key here?
Tee it high and let it fly. This is the big chance here. This is one of the widest fairways on the golf course. This is where you chance it all.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here. Second shot.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. How about that terrific approach shot, setting up a makeable eagle putt? Oh my goodness, he just missed that. And that was almost tap-in distance. Just a tap-in to finish the hole. You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. Here now, the 12th hole at the TPC Sawgrass. It's a 358-yard par 4, so short on the card, Frank, but obviously a challenge. What's the key here?
Once again, trying to find that right position on the fairway, and that's down the right side. Anything down the left, that mound is going to block your view.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable, that never deviated offline.
Excellent read for birdie to move to 5 under for the tournament. That's the end of round 1, and we saw a lot of good golf out there today, Frank.
And it was a bonus to anyone that got off to a good start today.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Players. But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Just in the first cut of rough. Not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. On the green. And a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. It's a good-looking putt right here. You might like it. With that birdie, moves one shot closer to the lead. How about this second, a par 5?
Well, if you're brave, you try and flash it down that tree line down the left, but there's a couple of limbs that poke out. Every now and again, they catch an errant tee shot. fine.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Well, this is the kind of wind that separates the great players from the average players. You really have to be strong to handle these kinds of winds. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living. We're just moving that much closer to the leader now, Rich.
Frank, break down the par 3 third for us.
The big ridge in the middle of this green, really you have a front section and a back section. That front bunker, the one that you first see off the tee, that really doesn't come into play. But there's a sneaky one behind the flag and down the left side. Really good par
3. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Birdie try again here today. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just a little tap in here. Hard fought par right there. So much focus here, Frank, on 16, 17, and 18. Number 4 is a hole that gets overlooked, but it's a fun one.
Yeah, the second shot here is more daunting, especially when that flag's on the left. So you really do start looking at that blue stuff, water.
In the beginning, Pete Dye, Dean Beam, and they were fending off rattlesnakes with a machete. It was pure swampland, and they moved heaven and earth to create this golfing stadium.
It was an amazing investment. They bought the land for just $1. But what it's turned into now, the Players' Championship at the Players' Club, it really stands for a lot in our sport. This is really the home of professional golf in the United States. And the players know it, so each time the Players' Championship comes around and they put their names on that registration sheet, they hope that their name goes on the trophy. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Frank, the second here at the 4th is a dangerous shot.
Once again, this is another example of where you have to look at the green. Where exactly is the flag? If it's on that high portion, you've got to fly it all the way back.
Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. Shouldn't be a problem here. We have said it over and over. Another birdie. So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Players. Getting set now for the back nine here at TPC Sawgrass. Frank, what should we expect?
Well, there's a good run of holes. 10, obviously very birdieable. 11th the par 5, 12th a short par 4. A good chance to get this round really going.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. This is going to be a tough day on the links. I mean, even the seagulls are walking to work. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Back-to-back birdies. We'll see. really hitting on all cylinders now. 9 under for the tournament. All right, hole number 11 here at the TPC Sawgrass, 558-yard, par 5. No shortage of options, no shortage of hazards, Frank.
If there's one hole at TPC Sawgrass where you can literally leap out of your shoes, this is it.
Players bracing against these strong, gusty winds. Really a challenge out there. Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. And this is looking really good. Well, that was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. This one just requires a little bit of focus. This can be a cruel game at times. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
So a tester from 4 feet. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Now to the par 4 12th, and it's a pretty short hole, Frank.
Yeah, Pete Dye often doesn't get enough credit for his short par 4s. This is a great example where one of the features of it is the blind second shot, just to give you a little bit of doubt on judging the distance. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Now the approach to the 12th. Frank, what's the player looking at?
Well, it's a fun shot here for the second shot, especially if you've driven it down the right side, because then you can see the flag no matter where it is on the green.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
Looks like par may not be good enough to get the job done here.
Yeah, big change in the top of the leaderboard. Get another birdie, so it pushes him back to second.
One of the great things about this golf course, Frank, a variety of par 3s, different yardages. Here at the 13th, 181-yard par 3.
Yeah, this is where you have to be careful on the tee there. Anything left's just going to be eaten up by that lake. Matter of fact, if you hit one with a little bit of a hook and it catches the mound, it can still kick into the lake. So this one here, just be a little cautious on the tee.
Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Trying to get out of here with just one drop shot. This is for bogey. Gives back a shot and now drops into third place after the bogey. So through 54 holes, a really good position inside the top 5 with one round to go.
Yeah, and those handful of players that we're looking at, Rich, they certainly have looked the best players this week, which makes tomorrow look like a real thriller.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Players. We're at the TPC Sawgrass in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, for one of the game's most prestigious titles, the Players Championship. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Frank, so much focus on the back nine here at the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass on the 17th hole with the island green. I think 13 gets lost sometimes, but the pros know this is a really good hole.
Oh, it can be disastrous too. That's, I think, what you're referring to, Rich. There's a big ridge in the middle of the screen that bisects the top side with the bottom side on the left. So even when the flag's on the left, you don't have to go directly at it, because that normally causes the problem with the wooden bulkheads down the left side and obviously the water left of that. So something on the ridge can often run down towards the left. But we have seen the odd hole-in-one here over the years. Now that birdie has to feel even better, Rich, with everything so tight at the top.
Right in the middle of a Donnybrook at this point. Now one of the most demanding holes on this golf course, the 14th, 481-yard par 4.
If you ever want a litmus test at TPC Sawgrass on who's playing well, check the tee shots on 14. If you stripe it down here, you know you're driving the ball well. Too often we see people messing with the mounds on the right.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
So, hanging in down the stretch with a par. If you're just joining us, we're at the 15th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 449-yard par 4. Frank, what's in store here?
One of the prettiest tee shots on the golf course, Rich. Once again, you're coming out of a chute of trees, big bunker down the right side. Really, you want to hug that right side, though. It gives you a better entry into this green.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
It's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Getting set now for the approach at the 15th.
Yeah, good-looking second shot here, but you've got to be precise. Hardly a flat spot on this green.
That is another laser right at the flagstick. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. There you have it. Well done. Great putt. Frank, I think one of the things that fans love about this gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, each hole has that sort of hold your breath moment. Certainly 17, we know when that ball's in the air, you're holding your breath. Is it wet or dry? 16, same on that second shot. You're holding your breath wondering, where is it? Right in the water or left with a chance for 3?
That's why you don't want to get too sloppy on that tee shot. A lot of people look at 16 because there's a wide fairway and they think just get it down there. But the extra 10 or 15 yards, there's a little ridge down that left side. If you catch that, the ball will kick good 20 yards further forward. 20 yards is 2 clubs. I'd much rather go into 17 with a 4-iron than a 2-iron.
That is just an outstanding shot right there. And now a chance for an eagle. This would give him an eagle on the card. Frank, how about that eagle at this point in the tournament? Through the years, Frank, there have been 6 aces here at 17.
But it's hard to imagine that the last one was back in 2002 by none other than the most interesting man in the game and probably the most interesting par 3 in the game.
Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
You can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
This is a good-looking shot. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
That one reverberates through the field, giving up 2 shots, and now a tie for the lead after the double bogey.
Big mistake.
Now to the final hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. Frank, is this one of the toughest finishing holes in the sport?
It is. Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Beautiful rhythmic swing right there and right down Peachtree. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
And he's made the green. Shouldn't be a problem here. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
So they'll tap in. Gives up a shot and moves down to second place.
Bounce back time.
So another tournament in the books, Frank, and what'd you make of this one?
Quality venue once again, Rich. The standard of courses we're seeing is excellent, and consequently it's enabling the players to really play some great golf. So I think golf's the winner today.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's the opening round of the Peach Invitational.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
That will be a great look at birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with a...
Well, not in contention, but in for par. Been some good golf early on. Let's get you caught up as we go out to the 7th hole. Been a steady performance so far early in this first round, but at some point, Frank, they need to take steady to spectacular.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, Rich, and really sooner rather than later, that's for sure. But, yeah, steady becomes boring if it stays on for too long.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good.
Even par, currently.
This can be a cruel game at times. Well, Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. You give it, and it taketh away.
Well, with that drop shot, moves to 1 over for the tournament. Hole number 8, now another dogleg left set up here. 405 yards, par 4.
Well, when he goes after it like he is here,
He pays a price for that.
yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Birdie try up next. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
Just trying to keep this round on track. Has that putt, stays at 1 over. Now to hole number 9, 600-yard par 5. It is the first par 5 of the round.
Yeah, easy decision if you hit a good tee shot here with a gentle draw up and over that hill, Rich. Then you're just going to go for this par 5 and 2. The problems really come, though, if you hit a poor tee shot. Now you have to worry about the layup. Can you carry the lake? Or if you lay up short of the lake, you have a long third shot.
Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. That weather, the wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
Get down. Look out.
It's over. The green. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. And it makes the green in regulation. Just a couple of feet. So with a make, moves to even par. This is the second par 5 to have been shortened to play as a par 4, and this hole requires that the tee shot be long and to the left side of the fairway. That allows players to see the putting surface. The second shot will likely be a mid to long iron into a pretty large green, and that green slopes severely from back right to front left, making lag putting from the back a real challenge.
Happiness is a long, 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 long walk after that one.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
And Frank, that steady play continues.
Rock solid. Excellent approach shot.
Locked in on the read and the speed. And he makes it for par. Depending on the wind, the tee shot to this elevated green ranges from a 4 to 6 iron for most players. The green is 38 yards deep, and the back portion is blind to players on the tee. A large oak tree protects the right side of the green, and the front portion is pinched by a pair of deep greenside bunkers. Side hill putts often have 4 to 5 feet of break, and putts from above the hole are surprisingly quick. And with that birdie, moving into the top 20 on the leaderboard. That wraps up another round here at East Lake Golf Club. And for all of us here at EA Sports, this is Rich Lerner with Frank Nobilo saying, until next time. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Peach Invitational.
Second shot.
Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Now to the par 4 12th. It's only 391 yards, so Frank, where could a player run into some trouble here?
It's actually the green here, Rich. The whole hole slopes downhill, and when you look at the second shot into this green, it looks like it pitches back to front. But that's an optical illusion. When you get onto this green, it's actually relatively flat, but you'd swear the green slopes towards you.
So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. This is a good-looking shot. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Settles in over the putt. Did a nice job with that putt. Good read, good speed. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
Frank, this has been an absolute mess today and all week long.
You said it best.
Now teeing off here at the 13th. Now, what's the key here on this approach shot at the 13th, Frank?
You can see why high, soft landing shots really are the go-to here at Eastlake. Great example here at 13. Off an uphill lie, nice, high, soft landing second shot will certainly get well rewarded.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. 10-foot putt left. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Back here at the par 4 14th, we're ready to tee off.
Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Necklace over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Frank, the good players continue to play good golf, even if they're not winning or in the top 5.
Yeah, that position's starting to look a little brighter than what it was at the beginning of the day. Now in the top 25. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. That's well played. Places it about 10 feet out for birdie.
Chance for back-to-back.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Never quite had enough oomph on that.
Yeah, sort of a wishy-washy stroke.
Bit unfortunate, loses a shot here with that bogey. So 2 rounds in the books. Frank, that was fun.
It certainly was.